It is the night before my panel interview, and I literally have like a billion copies of my resume. I don't know what to expect. I know I'm the very first one tomorrow too, which kind of sucks. I think I'm the first like person they're interviewing at all, which I think is a good thing. At least they can't compare me to anyone that came before me, right? But yeah, I'm exhausted. I'll update you tomorrow. I just finished my nursing interview. Holy crap, it was so nerve-wracking, but I'm so happy. This was my outfit. I thrifted these pants for like $2. I got this blazer from one of those Asian cheap stores for like $15, and then this shirt is my mom's, and look at my hair, like ugh. Holy crap, was that an experience. I just came back from my nursing interview, my second round of nursing interviews for a new grad residency program. It is 9:50 a.m. My interview was scheduled at 9:10. I got there around 8:40 and they pulled me in right away saying, hey, we're ready. If you're ready, we're ready to start. So I said, okay, whatever, let's go. All this morning I was feeling so stressed out. I seriously had like 5 billion anxious poops on the way, like TMI. I prepped so hard for this interview. Let me see if I still have my interview questions. Here is my makeshift briefcase. It's like a computer bag, but it worked. I basically wrote out this whole like Word doc interview of all these questions and my answers. What's crazy is that in this email it says I needed to bring 10 resumes, plain paper, and my mom was working last night and her coworkers told her that I needed to bring at least 15 to 20 resumes, and I was like, I was working so hard to kind of mentally prepare for 10 people, but now I have to have an interview with like 15 people, 15, possibly 20. Insane. So I walk into the room and immediately it's like this huge rectangular table. I didn't count how many people were there. I just threw my resumes at them and I was like, here, like, have it, have my life, please. And all of the nurses there were very young. They looked around my age, if anything. They were all cute and pretty, and I was just like kind of astounded by all of them. They were so pretty. We went around the table. They had a packet of questions in front of me, so I would just flip the page every time they would ask a question. So it was nice that I was able to see the question that they asked and then be able to answer them that way. And I believe each person asked me a question, or mostly each person, because it feels like I was only asked maybe 5 questions. It didn't seem like that many. I was definitely asked a time I encountered a conflict and how I handled it. Number 2 was to rate competency, compassion, and courtesy. Rank them 1 to 3, and which is most important and why. I ranked mine compassion, competency, and courtesy. Not gonna go into my whole detailed answer now, but if you want me to make a video on all of these interview questions and answers that I prepared, that's completely fine. I probably will someday. Another is a memorable patient experience and why. That was a question. Why did you get into nursing? Give an example of a good or bad conflict resolution within the team. I think that was it. I prepared for so many more questions, like how can you deal, or how have you dealt with a difficult patient, or example of a bad patient experience and how you resolved it. Why is teamwork important in this field? I didn't even have any of those questions. A lot of it was just talking with them back and forth, and it was cool. I mean, I thought it went well. Hopefully it went well. I hope I exhibited the positivity that, you know, I know that I have. So I was hoping I was as charismatic as I'd like to be. I was too flustered, honestly, to really notice each and every person, but I did see that in front of a lot of the nurses, they had like which floor they worked on. So ICU, med-surg, float pool, and they just had every single station in front of these nurses. And one of the nurses from the ICU asked me if I was ever interested in working in the ICU. And it made me feel like, ooh, like, do you see an ICU potential in me? And I told her that yes, of course I was interested, but I never considered it because I thought like it would be great to have a med-surg experience first. And she said it was true, but she said that they have a new grad ICU program, and she was really just like, she was bumping it up for me, trying to sell me the ICU, which made me think, wow, like, that's pretty awesome that she's kind of like, it seemed like she was interested in me. So at the end of the interview, I thanked them so much for their consideration. I surprisingly made them laugh, and I was just telling them, thank you so much. If you choose me, you know, I'm a hard worker, I'm enthusiastic, I'm ready to learn. I promise you won't regret it. I don't know if you just heard that. My stomach just growled really loud. But anyway, that was my interview. I then left. Oh, I asked my questions after. I guess I forgot to mention that. So I asked when the program would start. It would be July 24th. They let me know that I will figure out if I made it into the program or not by either this Friday or next Friday. I don't know, I overall really liked my experience, which is why I'm really hoping that I got it. When they walked me out of the room, they gave me this paper to fill out, and it had, I believe, 8 or 9 specialties, and they wanted me to rank my preference starting from 1 to 9. So number 1, I put I don't know how to call it, but it's a floor that my mom told me I'd really like, and I saw the description for it, and it was saying it was a multidisciplinary unit that deals with a whole bunch of whichever kind of things. It was kind of like I want to say it's kind of like med-surg, but I think it's more specialized. Number 2, I put med-surg tele. 3, I put ICU, which I don't know, that nurse that was trying to sell me to it honestly got me kind of convinced. Like, she was so nice, and I feel like if she is in the ICU, I wouldn't mind at all working there with her. 4th, I put, I want to say neuro. I already put my top 3. I didn't really see myself in anywhere else, and ER was not an option, or labor and delivery or pediatrics. So 5 was like a cardiac progressive unit. 6 was oncology, which is where my mom works. 7 was like the med-surg respiratory floor, and 8 was the float pool, which I should have probably put that as a higher kind of number, but I mean, I already did it, and if they want to put me wherever, that's completely fine with me. But that was my experience in my second round of interviews. I can't believe that I survived, I guess, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping that I get it. I will definitely keep you guys updated on how everything goes. Other than that, life has been great. I've just been working with my RN to BSN online program, which I've already finished about 3 classes, I think. I need to make a separate video for this though. I'm gonna let you know how my first month with WGU has been so far, but thought I would update you guys with how my second round of interviews went, and wish me luck. Send your good vibes this way. If you have any questions regarding interview tips, Western Governors University, Unitech, or passing the NCLEX, please feel free to always email me. I'll put my email right here. Thank you again for watching my video, and I don't know, it's so crazy. I can't believe I passed 500 subscribers. I never thought that this would actually be my segue into the YouTube world, but I'll take it. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.